Thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. Thank you for joining in. First and foremost, God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless all Latin America and the United States of America. Thank you for joining in. Share the video. First and foremost, like the video, share the video, like the video, share the video, and let's be friendly with the algorithm as we are going to like the video and share the video. It will help us out to completely get the message out better, more than ever. Better, more than ever. So if you like the video and if you share the video and you subscribe to the channel in YouTube, it will help us a lot in regarding spreading the word, getting this message out, and blasting all over the place. This information that is critical and it is really important. We are live at Getter, we are live at Facebook, we are live at YouTube, and we are live at Twitter. First and foremost, a message to my manager: is the audio way better? I believe that is way better than it was before. And the microphone, it is connected, so whoever it's watching the live feed, if the audio is good, just it will message. If you guys can put it on the message box right there, it will be extremely of importance to us to continue and to be broadcasting right here for you guys. So it will help a lot if you guys can just say, you know what, yes, the audio is good, sounds great. Okay, thank you so much. I just There was something that it was released by Project Veritas, and it's so concerning. It's so disturbing, but it's so sad to see what the United States is transforming into. And sadly, with policies and ultimately with leftist agendas that they have, and they're completely destroying that country. And now, as we have said before, and we have been broadcasting of this before, it is so sad that the children are the ones that they are suffering. As you guys know, I have documented for more than 4 years the abuse towards children in the caravans and showed it with raw and uncut footage, with footage that nobody has ever broadcast, possibly in the world. We have done it, completely and obliviously, just in front of the public, without no censorship, without no interruption, for you guys to see the reality and truth of every time that we go live on a caravan, or ultimately, not only that, but also when we go live and we are broadcasting people that they are not, that they it look like they're not legitimate parents of the child, and also that they are abusing a child or a minor. This new investigation that it was done by Project Veritas, I cannot put the video on, in the screen due to copyright issues, but I will suggest that you guys go and watch this video. And it is so sad what is going on to the United States of America in terms to trafficking in children. I was just in CPAC, and I don't know if you guys know, but I met a man that his name is Tim Ballard. Tim Ballard, it is a great advocate for, to stop child trafficking, to stop the woke ideology, and to ultimately, not only that, to basically, stop the trafficking of children in the whole continent and the whole world. Tim Ballard is a great man. I met this man, and he said something really important in the conference in front of CPAC Mexico. He said, the United States of America, it is the number one buyer and provider for child trafficking, for pedophilia, and for child abuse. But the habilitator, it is our neighbor, Mexico. So both of us, we need to work together to stop this. It is so important that we work together to stop this. This article that I'm about to show right here, it goes to the concerning factor of what California just did a couple of days ago, that they released more than 7,000 pedophiles into the population with aggravated pedophilia, aggravated pedophile, you know, crime. And they just been released into the population in California. It's just unbelievable what it's happening. It's incredible what it's happening in the United States. Add to the fact that in the United States of America, the woke ideology, it is changing, and they're trying to change the word pedophile because they say that it's offensive, that these leftist progressives, and they're trying to change it to the word minor attracted person. All of this comes together. It is so sad. It is so sad of what is happening to that great country of the United States of America. It is so sad how this, and I am not going to say it because it's giving them power, but it's the devil himself. But these people are, they're absolutely disabled. And there are actually people that it is basically the devil people operating in the United States of America, sadly, right now. We will give our points of view of what can you do? How can we stop these people from continuing to trying to hurt the children? And how can you get involved? One of the places that you can get involved, it is the schools, your notebooks, and ultimately the professors. That is where you need to get involved. The policies to stop these policies from progressing and from being effected in your country. Let me just put on screen what it was shared by Project Veritas. I suggest that you guys go and watch this article and this video. It is an interview around 14 minutes. I will play just like 10 seconds of the video for us to not get, a little bit more longer. And for you guys to go and watch it, I recommend it. So it says on the top, this article says Department of Health and Human Services Insider says government complicit. Look at this, man. Holy cow. Since when we knew this? That the actual administration, it is complicit, and it has been going on for years. But this actual administration, it is more complicit. And it says government complicit in trafficking. Child admits being pimped by the sponsor. Have you guys seen how my partner, Real Anthony Agüero, has said in his investigations in Arizona, he has said that multiple of these children are sent to these sponsors that they don't even know who these sponsors are. Do you guys remember that? That Anthony has said that multiple times, that these children are being, basically bought by a sponsor, quote unquote, and they are sent to homes that they don't even know where they are being sent to. Wait till you see the statements of this concerning article. It is so difficult to digest. Before I go on, like the video, share the video, please. Like the video, share the video. If you hit that like button on YouTube, hit that like button on Facebook. Please help us out to share this video out. And also buy me a coffee is on the bottom link if you guys like to contribute to Independent Reporting and Travel Fund. Let us go right here to the article. Let me put it right here on screen so we can read it about what happened with this. So it says the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services whistleblower reveals tax dollars, are spent to put children in the hands of criminals. Says government is complicit because we don't get sued by traffickers. Migrant child, my female sponsor, will pimp me to men. Holy cow. This is so concerning. And let me read a little bit of what it says. It says Tara Lee Rhodes, wrote us, Council and the Inspectors General of Integrity and Efficiency, the tax dollars of people who are listening to my testimony to Project Veritas are paying to put children in the hands of criminals. Wrote us, also quoted, our sponsors typically are not citizens. They're not permanent residents. They do not have legal presence. Wrote us also added, quote unquote, the sponsor can hold up an order of deportation to a migrant child and say, this is your order of deportation, or you do not what I say, or you do not do what I say when I say, I am going to call ICE on yourself. We are paying to put children in the hands of criminals. Also wrote us at it, I said, quote unquote, to the command center of executives, we're getting ready to send another child to Austin, Texas. And they said, Tara, I think you need to understand that we only get sued if we keep kids in kids care too long. We don't get sued by traffickers. Are you clear? We don't get sued by traffickers. So that was an answer of the United States federal government. HHS did not want this information to get out. Of course, they want to keep this information isolated. Also wrote us at, they knew I had made a protected disclosures, and they related against me as a whistleblower and had me kicked off of the site so I could no longer research the cases. The migrant female child said, an aunt sponsored me, but she kicked me out of her house. She was pimping me, and I didn't like that. She will pimp me to men. Holy. Let me just go again and read this so you guys can understand how this is getting, I don't know the words how to explain this, but how this is so criminal. And when did it got to this point? When did in hell did it got to this point? Let me read it again. This last point that says, migrant child says, an aunt sponsored me, but she kicked me out of her house. She was pimping me, and I didn't like that. She will pimp me to men. And then the migrant child says, I just escaped one night. I escaped one night. I told her, quote, to the aunt, I'm going to the laundromat. She, the aunt said, went to the laundromat and didn't find me there. Later on, she called immigration. This is unbelievable. I don't know what and when is people in governmental seats in the United States of America going to understand that this is a big problem, that this is a humongous problem, that this is the problem that we have been exacerbated and emphatically saying to every single one of you. There's a lot of trafficking of children. There's fake families that they are being made by NGOs in our country of Mexico, by American NGOs, that they are using children for them to obtain the political asylum. It is a reality. There's statistics by the Department of Homeland Security that they say that in 2018, more than 5,800 fake families were found, and more in 2019, more than 4,800 fake families were found. Talking about 48 or 5,800 children if you count one family for one child. The United States of America has become, and it is becoming, sadly, with these policies, a political, a country that is admitting and basically betting these kind of situations to continue. This is so sad that it's happening in the country of freedom, the country of all, the country of justice, the country of law and order. This is happening in that country. And it has been going on for long, so long, but understanding that right now, is it getting out of hand? Is it getting out of the law's hands? Is the law part of this because they're not doing anything about it? Is these political parties just saying, hey, you know what, I'm watching it, but I cannot do anything about it because the policy is telling me to not do anything about it. I'm sitting down in my chair right here and I'm just going to say, hey, I'm just going to say, nay, the policy is going to pass, that the policy is not. On the interview that I did with Congressman at CPAC, Mark Ryan of Tennessee, when I started talking to him, the number one thing that I said to him, and I was looking him straight in the eye. I told him, Congressman Mark Ryan, do you know that there's a policy push by Senator Marsha Blackburn in Tennessee? This policy is called End Child Trafficking Act Now. This policy, if it is effective, these traffickers and these people that they're making fake families and abusing children in the borders, trafficking to the understudies of America, and the people that they're admitting them and acting as sponsors, they will be criminally charged in the federal prison, more than 10 years and up. Do you know about this policy? And he said, yes, I know about this policy, and we should push this policy to be effective. It depends on the people. It depends on you. This is one of the things that you can do. This is one of the things that you can do. Push for this policy, please, to be effective. Call the Senator Marsha Blackburn. Call Congressman Mark Bryan in Tennessee. Give them your support and say, what can I do for this policy to be pushed? Because possibly this policy is being pushed underneath the water because Congress was not for the Republicans. Congress was more for left wing. Congress was basically dominated by Democrats. So this policy, every time they were trying to pull it in, they were like, nah, it's not going to pass. It's not going to pass. It's not going to pass. Now that the House of Representatives or Congress, it is a Republican, it is time. More than ever, it is time. This lady by the name of I will say her name. This lady is a hero. This lady came out and she grew a pair and she said, you know what, I'm coming out and I'm explaining what the hell is going on. And if they want to categorize me as a whistleblower, I don't give a rat's ass. I'm coming out. End Child Trafficking Act Now is one of the things that you can do. One, before I move on to other things that you can do, but End Child Trafficking Act Now is a great policy. Give the support to Congressman Mark Ryan. Give the support to the Senator Marsha Blackburn and other senators that they are behind. Also, ultimately, senators from Texas that they're behind of the End Child Trafficking Act Now policy. This is one of the ways that you can stop this. If you guys want to be advocates to stop the trafficking of children and the abuse of trafficking of children, this policy needs to pass. There's no oppression to these people. There shouldn't be no consideration to these criminals. There shouldn't be no consideration to have the sensitivity to trust to basically give these people the time of explanation. They shouldn't be. Why? They're abusing children. This is 10 seconds of the clip that I am going to put right here for you guys to hear out of the clip of Miss Tara Lee Rodas, who she is now categorized as a whistleblower for explaining how the migrant children are being exploited by sponsors in the United States of America. And of course, this information was put we have to give credit to my partner, Anthony Owedo, who he had emphatically investigating the people where the children were being sent into different parts of the United States of America with these so-called sponsors that they don't even know who they are. And it is a reality now. It has come out. Hear this.
The tax dollars of people who are listening are paying to put children in the hands of criminals. And I said, look, I need to make you aware. And they said, Tara, we don't get sued by traffickers.
A government whistleblower with
You don't get sued by traffickers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Is one of the things that I suggest. You go and find this piece of information. You can find it at YouTube and the page of Project Veritas. How in the hell? When did this become normal? When did this become something that is normal? When? When did it become something normal? I'm just asking a question. When did it become that it's something normal that everybody can just say like, you know what? It's happening. It's happening. You know, it's all right. It would happen again. It's okay. You know, it's just, you know, it's the same old that is happening at the border. Why are you making a big deal out of it, man? It has happened before so many years. These are the leftists that they're saying you're creating hysteria with this information. Oh my God, you're such a fearmonger. You're creating violence to transphobic, homophobic, pronoun-phobic, xenophobic people. You're creating violence with your statements. I'm not creating squat. These are children. These are just, and they're saying only they're migrant kids. These are, you know, that the trafficking of children in the United States of America is more with trafficking of children from the United States of America. The United States of America has a big pedophile problem, humongous pedophile problem. And I don't know when is it going to somebody, you know, like the courageous Tim Ballard stepping up to the plate. We have been saying and talking about this for the longest time of trafficking of children in the caravans and in the migrant situations. We have been talking about this for the longest time. We have been saying about this for the longest time, that in the caravans and in these movements and in these massive groups, there's a lot of unaccompanied minors. One of the things that I, you know, emphatically said to Eduardo Verástegui, the president of CPAC in Mexico, I said, there's a lot of unaccompanied minors, more than 34,000 in the year 2021. We need to secure the borders. We need to put more correction. That is what needs to be done. This is so sad that it's something that is continuing and nobody's doing anything about it. It is so sad that it's continuing, and sadly, people are just adjusting to it and they're normalizing it. It is so sad that people are so lost that they're saying, what can I do about it? First and foremost, I just gave you one thing. End Child Trafficking Act now. Call Marsha Blackburn. Call Congressman Mark Ryan. It's a great guy. Tell him, Congressman Ryan, I need to support you. What can we do with End Child Trafficking Act now? Tell me, what can I do? He will have a better solution, but that's the start. Get involved. Do not hold back. Get involved. Now, talking about this, how the United States is regularizing every single thing. And it is making it look, this is the problem right here. Imagine the unaccompanied minors that are arriving into your borders. Imagine. And you get this. And you get this. And of course, from the great state of California. The great state of California. Sadly, and let me read the article. You have a problem that Project Veritas just came out with a so-called whistleblower. Miss Tara came out saying that a lot of these children that are being sent with sponsors, they are being pimped, possibly abused. And this is because there's no filters, there's no conditions, there's no regulations with these NGOs, with these non-governmental organizations, with these sponsors. There's no regulations of a really deep and precise investigation of who they are. You are regularizing so much that you're accepting this to be normal. And now you get this problem in the United States that assess another one in California. Thousands of pedophiles are being released from California prisons after less than a year. You have to be freaking kidding me. You're telling me that the crime of pedophilia in the part of the state of California is less than a year? You're telling me that a crime and abuse to a child that is possibly going to be damaged for the rest of his life and his mentality and it's going to be psychologically transformed since he's a child now. The crime for that abuse or the crime for that sex offender, the crime for that pedophile is going to be less than a year. So what do you get? This is the aftermath, and this is the effect of that. So you get a child that is going to be problematic, that is going to have a lot of emotional problems, that is going to have a lot of psychological problems. And because of the schools that this child is going through, where transgenderism is okay, where, you know, they're going to preach that having a partner in the United States of America, according to the woke ideology, it is not a pedophile, it is a minor attractive person, that they're trying to change that name of what a pedophile is because it is offensive. So now the child, after he got abused and he's going to school and he's penetrating with all these progressive ideas in his mind, that it's okay to change your sex when you're young, that it's okay to have intercourse with an adult when you're a minor, that it's okay to do this, okay to do that. So he's going to say, what happened to me was normal. So what happened to me was okay. So it was not bad. It was not bad. It is more bad when a dad controls the life of the child and he is imprisoning him all his life. Right? You demented, sick individuals. It is better like that, huh? So you destroy that child's life, and the only punishment for that child's life is just 1 year. And that child is going to grow up and to say, what the hell is going to happen to me? Is this okay? Is this all right? Is this my life? Should I accept what happened to me when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years of age? Is that all right in my life? So when they go to school and they go to these progressive schools of education, this is another thing that I will signalize that you can do. When they go to school and they go to these progressive schools that they're teaching them all these Marxist ideas, all these liberal progressive ideas, all these, it's all this woke ideology of ideas. They will sit back at school and say, so what happened to me was not abused, was consensual. And they're going to make it, and they're going to make them think that it was consensual, that it was not offensive, that love is love. You know what I mean? So the child, everything that happened to them when they were young, they're going to make them understand that it was consensual, that love is love, that it happened to you, and it can happen to anybody, and you can experience that more and more and more. Just let it go. Right? You're demented 6. So this is what is actually happening. And before I move on, another thing that you can do, even if you don't have a child at school, even if you're not a parent, even if you're not a grandparent, if you're concerned about this, you should go to the school meetings, school boards, and have your opinion on what it is on that damn notebook. You should get involved in the schools, even if that is not even the school that your child is going. And you heard that so-and-so was saying that there's a professor that it was teaching and trying to normalize this thing that is called pedophilia in your school, or an abuse towards minor, or teaching them that it's okay, this and that. You need to go to that school. And it is your responsibility. Thank you, Miss Geraldine. Thank you so much, Miss Jan. Thank you so much. God bless you, dear hearts, both of you, for the coffees. Thank you. Buy me a coffees in the bottom link if you guys like to contribute to Independent Reporting and Travel Fund. Thank you so much. Even that is not your school, get involved in the school. And also, it is time for you guys to the school that your child is going. For the school that your child is going, it is time that you guys investigate every professor that is in that school giving classes to your kids. It is time for you to analyze and to put a school board to say, no, we don't want that teacher on that. Yay, we want that teacher on that. 5-4 says yay. Sorry, yay. Okay, it is time. It is really important that now all these pedophiles that they're being released into the population, do your investigation. Teacher, sorry, it's not professor, it's teacher. Over here in Mexico, it's professor. Do your investigation where they are located at. So you will have all your surroundings. There's multiple applications, people. Come on, actualize yourself. Actualícense. Come on, wake up. 2022. There's multiple applications for that. Download an application. I will investigate applications for that, and I will post them on my page so you guys can know, oh, there's an app. Okay, if I'm going to this plaza, there's these kind of individuals around there. So I need to be concerned. This is the guy, this is the guy, this is the guy, this is the guy. Stay away. Be more careful. Be more involved in the community. Get involved in schools. Go to the school meetings. If you don't go to the school meetings, these kind of sick individuals, they're going to be around the schools and threatening the kids and say, hey, I got a year. I got less than a year. Less than a year I got. Why should I be worried about? If it is less than a year, what the hell am I sure to be? 11 months, 10 months in the can. Be out, do the same thing again. Double offense, you get, possibly a year. 12 months again, do it again. You get 12 months in 1 day. Do it again, 12 months in 2 days. 12 months in 3 days. California has become so evil. Gavin Newsom is the most disgusting and horrible governor that has ever governed the state of California. This is what this article says. Let me put it right here on the screen for everybody to see. And I will read it so you guys can understand how sick this state has become. Thousands of pedophiles are released from California prisons after less than a year, the report says. This is from the Daily Caller. It is written by Laurel Duggan. Great. Congratulations to you, Laurel. On November 29 and 2022, it was delivered at 9:51 a.m. It says more than 7,000 pedophiles convicted of lascivious acts with a child under 14 years of age, for God's sake, were released from California prisons the same year they were convicted, according to the Daily Mail. The crimes including child rape, continuous sexual abuse of a child, sodomy with a child under 16, and kidnapping a child under 14 with intent to commit lewd, that is, lascivious acts with a child, or lascivious acts, according to the Daily Mail. The outlet analyzed data of thousands of convicts in California Megan's Law database and found that individuals convicted of sexually abusing children were serving only months in jail or prison. Megan's Laws requires that certain information about convicted sex offenders be made public. Of course, it should be. And it says, quote unquote, statistics clearly show that pedophiles don't get reformed. They're going to come out and they're going to commit again. Former Los Angeles sex crimes prosecutor Samuel Dordelaine told the outlet, quote unquote, letting these people out early, we're allowing for a lot more victimization. And that's terrifying. Related to the Balenciaga use child models to advertise kink, bondage, and teddy bears. This is Alex Sears, who posted on his Twitter, more than 7,000 sex offenders were convicted but were let out of prison the same year. California progressive prosecutors who see criminals as the victims instead of actual victims and to blame for this. This is unbelievable. One thing is connected to another. One thing is connected to another. Say hello to everybody at YouTube. Say hello to everybody at Getter. Say hello to everybody at Facebook. Say hello to everybody on Twitter. Thank you for sharing. This is disgusting. I don't know in what other words we can put it on, but this is so disgusting. And you're regularizing and you're normalizing that this crime is not offensive, that this crime is not important, that this crime is just, something that it can be there, and and you're going to get just 1 year for committing a crime like this, ruining the child's life. You're just going to get 1 year. That's it. No more. Less than a year. It says less than a year. So you're going to get months for destroying a child's life. For the rest of his life, you're just going to get less than 1 year. How in the hell did that become possible? How in the hell that became possible? What is going on with the United States? Can somebody please explain to me what the hell is going on? And it is beginning to be normal. What can you do about this? I just told you. Investigate, download apps, share locations. Start sharing things that you guys see. Send them to people that they can broadcast and they can publish them. So they can expose these kind of individuals, these kind of sick, demented people. That now, because of this, all these people that they are being released as pedophiles, that there are 7,000 people that they are being released as pedophiles. These people, according to this agenda, they don't want them to be called pedophiles. They want them to be called minor attractive person. So imagine this. Going back to the first topic that we talked about, that it was Project Veritas and Miss Tara that she exposed, and she's a whistleblower for what is happening to minor children. So you got a problem of exacerbated trafficking of children through the borders and unaccompanied minors that are arriving through the borders. So this problem, as Tim Ballard said, the United States of America, it is the #1 buyer of unaccompanied of trafficking of children and sex trafficking and all this trafficking that is occurring to minors. So you have an exacerbated number coming in of unaccompanied minors through the borders, plus the minors that they are being trafficked and being abused in the United States. So all these minors are being sent to sponsors. These sponsors, they are abusing sexually, a lot of them sexually abusing them, mistreating them, slave work. And all these people that they're abusing them, they're pedophiles, people that they are sexually committing a crime to a minor. These people are going to be released in less than a year. Patricia, thank you so much for the copies. Thanks so much, Miss Patricia. Thank you so much. So these people are going to be sent out in a year. Another topic that we talked about. If they are sent out in a year, the child's life is going to be ruined. And then he is going to be sent to a school where this school, they're going to be normalized by teachers like this one, who say that, it was not a pedophile that abused you, or it's not a pedophile that sponsored you when you were crossing the border. It was a minor attracted person, according to this article written by the Toronto Sun. That it says this: Woke Watch professor says, let's ditch the term pedophile for minor attracted person. Old Dominion University professor Alan Walker aiming to destigmatize pedophilia. This article was written on November 17 of 2021. And this has been the woke ideology that Tim Ballard has been emphatically speaking about, the wokeness, the woke evilness that is coexisting. And it says transgender professor Alan Walker, who teaches sociology and criminal justice as a tenure track assistant professor, Old Dominion University in Virginia, wants to destigmatize pedophilia. It says, Now Walker has penned a book, nay homage, called Long Dark Shadow, Minor Attracted People in Their Pursuit of Dignity. Holy moly. Minor attractive people in their pursuit to dignity. Do you guys see this as the most disgusting statements. And it says not only that, it says Walker made their abuse known in an interview with the Prostasia Foundation, a child advocacy group promoting child sex doll usage for pedophiles. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, and they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't know where you grew up, in what planet, but in planet Earth, right here on this modern age, and it has been for years, it is called a pedophile. I don't know why, and I don't know where you get the idea that is the opposite. So he says also, a lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, and they automatically assume that it means sex offender. And that isn't true, he says. The egghead opinions, it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions towards minors. Oh my God, you're so oppressed. You feel so victimized, and you're creating trans violence to me, right? That is your adjective. They added, from my perspective, there is no morality or immorality attached to attraction to anyone, because no one can control who they are attracted to at all. In other words, it's not who we are attracted to that's either okay or not okay. It's our behaviors in responding to that attraction that are either okay or not okay. This is the man. I will ask this question to the audience. Does the United States have a problem? And do you think that the United States is normalizing this? Do you feel that nothing is being done? Do you feel like that? Do you feel that it's never going to stop? Do you feel that you are in that position that you're like, when is it going to stop? Is it happening to you? Was one time, sadly, you that happened this to you? I think that it's time, people, that we understand that there's a lot of things that it can be done. A lot of things that it can be done. And all these people that they're normalizing this, they're free. They're exercising their freedom of speech, their freedom of beliefs. But until it is not a crime, and until it is not punishable, they're going to continue to preach this catastrophe into your school, into your houses, into your neighborhoods, into your communities. This is something that is so concerning, really concerning, extremely concerning for all of you. It is time for you to act as we just, there needs to be more policies by Congress people and by senators with this problem. There needs to be more punishment with these kind of people. There's no way that a person can abuse a child and get less than 1 year, get months. It is nowhere possible that more than 7,000 of these sick individuals are being released into the communities and into the country without no restriction of guarding them to know what they're doing. So it's your obligation to go to your schools. If it's not even your school, go to your school, get involved. You have to. For the sake of your country, you have to. If it's not even your school, and if you heard that 6 blocks away from where you live, There's another school that there's somebody like this sick, demented individual that wants to preach and say that this is going to be normal. It's not hate speech. I'm just speaking my mind like you're speaking your mind. You have to go to that school and get answers of what the hell is being taught, what the hell is being taught on those schools. Go to your meetings, congressional meetings, when your congressman is talking. Support these kind of policies and Child Trafficking Act now. It's a lot of things that you can do. And also, it is something that is really important, and thank you for that topic. It's a great point by my manager. It says, talk about the migrant parents or the countries that they are shutting their eyes to normalize unaccompanied migrant children. It is not okay. No, it's not okay. No, it is not okay. And all this, it's just the thousands of unaccompanied minors that are coming in from third world class countries. Countries that they are, a lot of parents are sending their kids with coyotes. A lot of parents are trusting the coyotes as it is a resource for transportation and a resource of arrival to the country of the United States of America. A lot of these parents, they were never taught the principles of family. So that is why it is so normal for them to say, go with the coyote, go with Juan, go with Pedro, go with whatever it is. Go whatever you want. Go over there. He will take you. Take Juan. He will take you all the way to the border. Some of these parents, they leave their unaccompanied minors into the hands of people and into the hands of adults and the hands of a lot of them, they speculation, what we heard, a lot of them, they're being sold. Not affirmative and legitimate information, but we have heard cases. This is the problem with open borders. Other countries that they have a lot of problems. When you have an open border, problems come and you have an open door. So you have a problem with trafficking of drugs in Mexico. You have an open door. You have going to have a lot of problem with that. You have a problem with trafficking of children at the border of the other side of the country. You have an open door. You're going to have a problem with that also. So this is the problem with open borders. The open border policies that are being preached, that are being categorized as unhuman, and you're dishumanizing, and you're so inhuman, you're such a fascist, racist, white supremacist, white imperialist, you're not woke, you're a fearmonger creating hysteria at the border, you're a xenophobic, transphobic, homophobic, pronoun-phobic, you're fascist, racist, everything that is called. You're denigrating. You're not. And from all those arguments, they always end up with this. And you don't support Ukraine. Holy cow! What the hell is that? The hell? We're talking about the seriousness of trafficking of children. What the hell is going on with you? Now all of a sudden, they throw in there that also. And also, you support Putin. You support Vladimir Putin. What the hell? I don't even care about what the hell is going on. Care about the children, man. Focus. So sad that this is being normalized. Kelly, thank you so much for the copies. Buy me copies on the bottom link. Thank you so much. 5 minutes I got for questions, comments that you guys want to put on the screen. I will put some comments on the screen. Thank you so much, Kelly. Kelly is nice. Says, love you. Love you too. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for your comments. G. LaPrat. So true, Oscar. Thank you so much. I will read your comments right here. If you guys want to drop a comment or question, a legitimate comment or a legitimate question, and I will read it. Drinking lemonade. Comment right here. Raymond's Porch Views. And it is not just the children. You have to keep in mind the young girls are being sent to massage parlors run by cartel pimps and escort services. And with that comment, you know the response of a leftist and a progressive. It's just happening for years. Question to the audience: who did not know the term MAP? M as mother, A as Arthur, P as Patrick. Who did not know the term MAP? Press 1 if you just heard it today. The term MAP, it is minor attracted person. So if you heard it today, it is okay. Be honest. You're accepting that you just learned something today that it can be stopped. And for those people that they do not press 1 and they do not press anything, it is okay also, because it shows you that you're not doing enough, that you need to start doing more. It is okay. Nothing is wrong with learning. Nothing is wrong with just figuring out for the first time what the hell is going on. But if you just heard this term for the first time, it is okay. Don't worry about it. You can help yourself out and learn a lot from particularly what can you do. It's so easy to give out information, but it's so difficult to give out a solution. Because you can open your mouth and say, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this. But if there's no action, the solution stays in the air and it goes by. It's so important to give the solutions. When are you going to go live, boots on the ground again? We have a plan to go to South America, but we need to put the pieces of the puzzle together with multiple people that we are going to work. So it's not easy to go all the way south of the continent, and you have to have the perfect team. This time that I went to Honduras, the country of Honduras, and also I went back to Guatemala, or no, in the borders between Guatemala and Honduras, I had a perfect good team. I had security, I had a great fixer and guide, and I had my cameraman also. It was a great team. People that they knew their job. They knew that we had to get the job done and go back and forth safely. The most important thing is safety. So we are possibly going to go. I don't know when. It is not that far away from now. South America is one of the plans that we have to expose all the violence and all the trafficking that is occurring of humans and how they're promoting it, man. That's the most craziest thing, how they're promoting that. It is like a market. It's humans on a market. Sadly, I'm going to say it like that. Is they have a like a banner stuck on the back of a piece of wood, and they have prices right there. They have prices of how much for every boat from Venezuela to Necoclí, from Necoclí to Capulgamá, to Capulganá, to Carreto, to from Carreto going to the jungle. They have prices. So crazy. Like, what the hell? When did it become a business, man, like this? So sad. Hope that I can gave you your answer, man. I'm going to go to Getter to see if there's comments at Getter. There's comments at Getter. How's everybody doing at Getter? The comments at Getter are a little bit more open. So I'm gonna read a comment. It says Mosey 50 at Getter says, I did not know a map. It is a paper so you can drive to a location. Yeah. But no, the terminology MAP, it is minor attracted person. Watch out for that, because these sick individuals, they're changing the term pedophile because they think that it's offensive, and it is offending them, and it is creating phobia. You already know how they are. So MAP, now it is minor attracted person, trying to change it to pedophile. Do not normalize that, people. Do not let them. Do not let them normalize that. Do not. Number one thing at Getter, if you're listening to me, all the Getter posse, the War Room posse, I got a lot of audience from the War Room posse right here at Getter, man. All you War Room posse warriors, man. Do not let these sick individuals change the term pedophile to minor attracted person. Do not let them. Fight for the security of your children in your country. Fight for it. Fight for the security of the children in your schools. Fight for the security of your children in the communities, in your society, in your state, in your city, whatever. Fight for that. As you're fighting for the the Star Spangled Banner, and you're fighting for your flag, and you're fighting for other, as the United States has gone to wars and fought a lot of wars and won a lot of wars, and it's a country of power. Fight for this, Olsey. Fight for this. Do not let them normalize this topic. Do not. Thank you so much for joining in. Censored as really bad. We're being censored a lot, sadly, but there's no other way, and we are not going to complain about it. There's a question right here. Last one before I go. You consider collabing with others to stop this agenda since the government will never? Your question has a lot of doubt on what can you do. Your question has a lot of doubt on what can you do, and also what are you going to do. Your question sounds like a person that is being passive with what can you do. I believe that what you can do is collaborate. Yes, you can. Do not be that individual. There's a lot of people that they have right on the message box, and they have said, Oscar, our country's done. Oscar, our country is never going to be the same. Oscar this, Oscar that. Those are responses from people that they are possibly not from the United States, because the United States citizens that I know are people that they extremely patriotic, that they love their country, and they will die for their country. Those are the United States citizens that I'm accustomed to. Those are the ones that I grew up to see. Those ones that they will fight to what the last penny to show you how things are being done in the best country that exists in the world, that is the United States of America. I remember those patriots, and I remember those people. I think that those people are still the same, and that bloodline, it is delivered by every child that is being born. It is in you. The only thing that you need to do is just get it out. You can find it. It is in your heart. It is right there on your bloodline. As a United States citizen, you have it in your bloodline. You have that mentality, that warrior mentality of getting things done, getting the job done. You have that mentality. You need to search it. Possibly you're not going to find it at a local convenience store. You're not going to find it at a church. Possibly you're not going to find it in your house. One day when a certain thing happens to you, and God works in so mysterious ways. One day God will put you in a place that he is going to challenge you to do something. When he puts that challenge on your hand and on your feet and on your mind and in your eyes, you will know that you accomplished a challenge. You will say, that was the sign for me. I got it still. I have it. I have it. I still got it. I still got it. It's in your bloodline. Don't ever give up. Last comment. What can we do? Start by praying. Bring God. back to the schools. Everything revolves on him. Everything evolves on him. Everything that you cannot even imagine, it surrounds him. Everything. He is the creator of all. So if we do not accept him, we step away from him and all this evilness comes to our lives. So we need to bring him back. Thank you so much for everybody that is watching. God bless you all. Follow me at Facebook. Follow me at YouTube. Follow me at Twitter. Follow me at Getter as Oscar El Blue. And also Oscar El Blue Ramirez. Thank you so much, people at Getter. Somebody says in the at Getter chat says, write a book, Oscar. You have a lot to share with this world. If I could write a book, man. There was a guy that wanted to write a book about me, and I stepped back a little bit because it was, oh my God, I was getting too personal, man. It is too emotional to just release all the things that you have seen, that you have. It was really intense. So one day, possibly I will. Follow the mastermind itself, Mr. Steve Bannon, and the War Room and the War Room Posse, and all Real America's Voice News. You can download the app. It is free. RealAmericasVoiceNews.com. And also go to the App Store. It is free. You can watch us at Roku, Hulu, DirecTV, Apple TV. Watch us all. Also, you can watch us at you can follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero. Follow him. And all platforms. Ben Berquan, Frontline America. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening. Thank you for all the contributions. It is for our travel fund. So you guys know that we keep our word and we travel all the time. We travel. We say we're traveling. We're traveling. Say, next incoming weeks, it's coming. If I see next incoming days, you don't even know. Possibly tomorrow, I'll go live from the place. Possibly in 2 days. Possibly in 3 days. Possibly, tomorrow, possibly in an hour. But it's all the contributions and support, it's all well invested into everything that we have. This microphone, this Shure microphone that is a professional broadcasting microphone. Guys like Tim Pool, guys like Joe Rogan use this kind of microphone in headphones. So thank you. God bless you all. We keep working. We keep working. Pushing. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always your country's first. God bless.
We're in the middle of everything. They're carrying a child. Look at this. They're carrying a child. Look at this. This is horrible.
Ustedes tienen familia, somos inmigrantes, no somos delincuentes. Somos inmigrantes, no somos delincuentes.
Discúlpeme, oficial. They haven't encapsulated them. They're pushing. Now they're pushing. Some of them, they're escaping underneath to the ranches. Look at this, man. They're throwing rocks. They're hitting the National Guard officers. Throwing rocks over here.
Gosh, what a scene to see really unfolding here, and having them use that rope so that they're all able to stay together is really interesting to see all this happen, Oscar.
rise in homicides. Due to this factor, the military will be moved to Tijuana. Of San Isidro next door to the city of Tijuana, Mexico. But migrants looking for asylum from Ukraine arrived to the
Roto, señores, las barreras. Ya no los pueden controlar. They have broke the barriers. They cannot control them.